It's time.
It's time for the virtual guided session.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Glad to be back.
Shannon Heaton here.
I'm Matt Heaton.
And we're in our home in Medford, Massachusetts, looking forward to an hour of mid-tempo tunes.
Yes. Mid-tempered tunes.
Mid-tempered?
Mid-tempered tunes.
Good.
Well-tempered tunes.
Yes, for your tempers, wherever you may be. Hot, cool.
Or your humors.
That's right. So, Bob, you were first in the room, and sorry we missed you when we were in Wisconsin. We had quite a busy family vacation and a lovely concert in Spring Green, Wisconsin, and we're delighted that you're back from Scotland in one piece and ready for some Irish tunes. Welcome to Arthur. I'm glad you're here. We have something special planned later on from Arthur. So welcome, and I'm glad you had a good time in Laurel. Glad it was amazing. Kevin in Texas, thanks for checking in, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you very much for the hello to Margie in Minneapolis. I'm sorry that it's raining for Irish Fair weekend in St. Paul. Hope you have a good time nonetheless. Knowing the St. Paul people, there will be good humor regardless of, or maybe even because of, the weather. To Paul and to Rosie in Quebec, welcome to you. To Mike in Portland, hello and welcome. Hi, Jennifer in Ypsilanti, glad you're here. Very glad you're here. Ted in Ottawa, welcome to you. Aaron in a breezy 98-degree Pinal County, very nice, Pinal County. Better, it sure does beat 108 degrees.
But it's a dry heat,
right? So we're very glad to have folks joining us for some tunes coming in the room here. To Jenny in Leitrim, I'm glad you're here with us. I wonder what you're up to these days. You've been planting trees and of course painting beautiful things. Can't wait to hear more of what you're up to. To Marco and Jeanette, hello in Italy. So glad you're here. To Dawn in Fort Collins, welcome. Glad to have you joining us on the box. Hi, Bev in Lancaster. Excited that you're practicing the concertina again. And yes, flute brain, concertina brain. I think it takes a minute to kind of navigate, but once you're there, I think the one affects the other. Hearing concertina and flute together, it's sort of like this perfect match. So I'm really glad that you're joining us today. And to Brian in Santa Cruz, welcome. Glad you were making bread all morning. Too hot in Boston to bake bread today, but
could bake it outside.
Yes, maybe so. Hi, Lynn in Connecticut. Hi to you and your furry friend. Hope that you're doing well. And to Allison in Rhode Island, hello, my friend. Glad to have you on the flute. Hi, Carrie in Florida. Wonderful to have you here, friend. Hi, Margot in Chicago. And hi, Devin. Do I ever play tin whistle? I do sometimes, and so rarely in this setting. But the tin whistle is a lovely instrument, and I'm glad to have folks joining on the whistle. So we are going to start things off with Paddy from Portlaw. This was Ockham's idea. This is a great jig in D. It was written by Piper Jackson, who 18th century Uilleann Piper from Limerick, who also wrote Jackson's Morning Brush. We know this best.
He's got some bops.
Yes, we know this best as
from The Godfather.
The first track on Brian Rooney's amazing album from the late 90s. Great album. So, Amelia, welcome in DC. Gustav, hello in Rio. I'm so glad you're joining us. Obrigado. And we're going to start off with Paddy from Portlaw. So the first phrase goes, if that's all that you get, that'll do.
Yeah.
This is a good old tune. It's in O'Neill's, his first collection, the 1903 collection. Sounds kind of modern and fresh, but it's old.
Yeah.
Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, 1. Woo! Sorry, I was not ready. 1, 2, 3. Wrong tune.
Wrong tune. But it was indeed.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Love when folks recommend and request tunes. We are into a few years now into the virtual guided session. We started this as a way to bring folks together when we couldn't get together during the early lockdown moments. And it has been really a pleasure to continue these as our community has built up and as folks have come together in this community to just enjoy the beauty and the simplicity, hopefully the ease of playing these tunes, whether you know a few or you know lots. We really started this as a way to sort of show how this is music for people of all levels, for all types of practitioners. So it's great when folks teach us things about tunes. It's great to just have a moment to play these tunes kind of at a moderate pace, slower pace, and just remember things and bring back in rotation things that we wouldn't always think to play on our own. So we do try to rotate a lot of common chord tunes, a lot of very common tunes, and a few unusual ones. So thanks, Ahum, for that suggestion of that unusual, beautiful tune. Hi to Wes and Julie in Maryland, and hi to Julie in Tennessee. We've got some friends from all over the place here joining us, which is really exciting. Devin, I'm excited the ash plant reel tutorial was helpful. Love putting out those tune of the months, my way of giving back for all of the things that I've learned from everybody else. Loic, hello, it's been a while and I'm happy that you're here. Glad you had a good time with in Ireland. And let's see, we've got also Vivian joining us. Welcome to you. Glad to have you on the guitar on this humid, hot day in Chicago, in Michigan. And to Michael in Florida, welcome to you. Elena, happy Saturday, and I'm glad that you are ready for tunes in California. So we're going to carry on with some common reels. The first one, Swingin' on a Gate. That's the first one.
It's in G.
And the second one.
It's in A minor.
A really nice tune. And it's the tune of the month for this month, in case you don't already know it. It's, you know, it was recorded maybe by John McKenna, one of those old flute players, a goodie. So we'll try these two, not too fast, and you're very, very welcome here to play with us. But I'm going to keep in mind, because that is where we're going. So, first, Swingin' on a Gate. Here we go. think we're among friends here. I think we can admit
Yeah.
that maybe this isn't our most fierce power spot moment of playing music together. And, I'm not surprised. We've been doing a lot of concerts, playing on a lot of stages, playing our rehearsed material where we're really conscious of sort of presenting it neatly and cleanly. And playing in a casual, conversational, social setting, even in a session which is the two of us, is a different energy.
It is.
And I'm so grateful for the session, for the social experience of this music. That is ideally where our performance, whatever that means, music, where it comes from.
Right.
And so continuing to go back to that and just tap back into that, I think it's better for us as human beings. And hopefully we can show and not just tell that it really isn't about how great any one person plays or how poorly one person plays. It's really about sharing these tunes and, kind of finding your way together.
That's right.
So thanks for continuing to find
Yeah.
our way.
I might have put the wrong thing in the GPS there. I'm not sure.
Me as well. And Carrie asked about the beautiful painting behind us, speaking of more lofty matters.
Right. Well, that painting has been with us for quite a while. It was painted by...
It's been with us. It's been with us.
When I was in college, I worked at a camp, and there was a woman there at the camp who was a painter. She was Polish. I do not remember her name. She was painting all summer, and that was one of the things she made. But it's painted on a map of a coal field, like some kind of like geologic survey map. I just thought it was beautiful, and I think that might have been one of the first like big pieces of art that I bought.
Amazing.
So,
I love it. I still love it to this day. And speaking of maps and traveling, Loic, I'm glad you're going to be in Boston. Please be in touch with us. Hopefully we can connect with you, play some tunes with you in person. I hope to be in Ennis in November, and hopefully during the Trad Fest. On the Saturday morning of the Trad Fest. If folks are around, we can make a meeting spot. That would be lovely. We hope to be in Mexico in December. I hope to be in Thailand in February. So if you're in these places, we'd love to connect with you. And Marcus in Finland. I wonder, when is your wonderful Ulu festival going on? Sometime soon, maybe. Mary in North Carolina. Wonderful to have you joining us. And Art in Putney, Vermont. And to Pam, thank you for your sweet encouragement. It's great to have you all joining us. And Peter in Limerick City, welcome to you. The Laurel Tree is really a great tune, and it's quite a nice flute tune. Speaking of tunes that aren't always considered the first go for the flutes, tunes that go below the range of the flute, like the Mountain Lark. Da do 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 do. Da 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 dum. The boxes and the fiddles can hit that note. We'll just play it up the octave. So that we call the Morning Lark, which we're going to try with Cooley's. I just wrote Joe Cooley's, but it's really Cooley's jig, as our friend Gary Martin reminded us. It's really associated with Seamus Cooley more than Joe Cooley. So we'll try into... And I'm just going to hear Noel Hill and Tony Linnane and Tony McMahon playing those tunes in my head. So, dum,
Two Ds.
dee doo doo da,
They're both
dum,
in D.
doo 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 da, dum, dee doo doo da, 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 da. Here we go. lovely tunes there.
Yeah,
And boy, that second tune really has a lot of slide DNA to it. I remember years ago when we played with, we got to do a set before the wonderful Queevin O'Reilly and Mick O'Brien played at the Burren at our local pub. And we played some tunes together with them, and they suggested that set. And I said, that second tune, it's a slide, right? I thought, they're the experts on the slides and the polkas. And they said, is it? Really? And I thought, really seems slide-ish.
Yeah.
But if, if they think it's a jig, I'm going to go along with that.
Yeah.
But that's a beauty, isn't it? That Cooley's jig. And Alana, I'm glad that you tried playing it at your session. You couldn't remember the B part. It happens.
These things happen.
And we help remember these together. So the next time you go, maybe you'll kind of mark how it goes, but also maybe you'll just say to your pals, I always screw up the B part of this, and we'll all make it work out together. So that's exciting that the Finland Festival is the end of this month, the 29th through the 30th of August. Would be really, really nice to hear you playing, Marcus, on your nickel harfa. I'm glad that you're joining us today. I wonder, are you playing on the nickel harfa right now? How wonderful. Bahola jig. Virginia, I think you're right. I think it's also referred to it that way. But I think mostly Cooley's jig is the name. I think, yeah. Beautiful tune. Peter, deadly second tune indeed. So we're going to carry on with some hornpipes. We're going to play Callaghan's. Now, there are a couple of hornpipes called Callaghan's. Callaghan's favorite is named for the West Clare fiddler, Mikey O'Callaghan, apparently. I did some research.
Good job.
And since folks were recently at Willie Week, this is for all the Willie Weekers. Nice. Callaghan's favorite, into Walsh's hornpipe, which is in A, but still very manageable on the keyless flutes, folks. So we'll try a couple hornpipes for you. And Gilda, welcome to you. Bonsoir. I'm glad you're joining us. So here we go. The first one is... So if all you get is G, E, D, E, G, A, B, A, it's like 2 times around like that. And the second tune, Walsh, is... So I'm going to keep in mind A, B, D, A, da, da, E, da, 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 da. I'm going to keep that in mind as we play the first tune.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
We're having a little chat between tunes. What's that about?
That is part of the session. Like, it's really, like, a good session is kind of a mix of things, I think, ideally. Like, it's a mix of, like, yes, good music, ideally, but also, like, good people. And part of the way that you connect is you chat. And
sometimes you chat about the tunes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Which launches into conversation about other things.
Right.
Sometimes it's a great session and the music isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's perfect music, but it's just like tune after tune.
Right.
And that's not very fun.
And sometimes you have a very enjoyable night and barely play a note because you're just,
telling jokes.
Like
Dennis Cahill.
Happened before.
Dennis Cahill, the king of the jokes.
He was good.
All right, here we go.
Right.
Da, da, do, da, 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 da. Am I in the right key? Woo! 1, 2, here we go. the same page.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're getting
or
there.
off the page or whatever.
Or somewhere. We're somewhere.
Great. We're somewhere. We're somewhere, and who knows where we're going to go.
Who knows?
We are going to play some polkas, though. I remember when the guided session first started years ago. Oh, those many years ago. 2018 or 19?
Good Lord.
The guided session in Somerville, Massachusetts began.
Mm-hmm.
Once a month, it was a way to meet up with folks who were newer players and play through very common tunes. And we built up a repertoire of tunes with folks. And one of the favorites was... Our friend Ellery Klein calls that O'Connor's.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it before her. But anyway, nice, simple tune into one of my favorite polkas, The Weaver's Delight. That's in First 50. First 50 is all simple tunes that I love, 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 love. Weaver's Delight, I love. And then we'll go into The Britches Full of Stitches, which is sometimes in A, sometimes in G, sometimes in D. Let's play it in A.
Do you think that O'Connor was the weaver who fixed the breeches or something? Is there like a whole story involved in this set? No, there's not.
Tell us the story. Weave us
a tale.
a yarn.
Oh God. I will. Wait. Now, I'll tell you a different joke. Ready? What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast?
Lunch and dinner. I guessed it.
Was that a guess? Man, you're good.
1 do do dum
We
do
can go a little
do
faster.
1 2 yes.
It's a woo.
Polkas.
It's a woo.
Good times.
Polkas are good times.
All right, it is time for a special surprise. We were sent a reel from our friend Arthur, and this is a lovely tune called The Skipping Stone. It's a reel in D. It's got a really nice, easy-going kind of, you'd imagine how the flat rocks just skip over the surface,
When you get a good one.
skim over the surface of the water. So we're going to do a tune before that that's more land-based, called the New Mown Meadows. And this is a version that we know from Mike Rafferty. And if you really want to hear this tune just beautifully, find a recording of Mike Rafferty on the flute with his brother, Paddy Rafferty, lilting it. It's just singing and flute, and it's the most beautiful thing I think I've ever heard.
And this will,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and this will be this is our offertory selection for the day. And if you're new around here or not, this is the part where we put up a couple of links where you can click and drop a little money in the virtual hat to help subsidize the continued virtual guided sessioning.
Yeah,
so
we'd appreciate it very
Venmo,
much.
PayPal.
Try to, for years I've been a member of the Partners program in YouTube for years and years and years, where you can monetize all of your content, and I have elected to not monetize any of the virtual guided session offerings. I only monetize the old tune of the months and the some of the old backer corners, just to kind of defray expenses on hosting the website and all my website and all that kind of stuff. But keep us ad free. If you throw a couple bucks in there, it does help to sort of make this for us, because I think slapping a bunch of ads and making money off of that is just a little bit gross, and it's really not in the spirit of social music at all. It doesn't have any place in that. So in the spirit of sharing music and sharing social music, Arthur, thank you for sharing your tune with us. We'll give it a go, but first the New Mown Meadows. a lovely tune. We were so excited playing the tune that we never really worked out an ending.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to figure out how to end that one.
Do you know? I think it would go back to the B, to the A part.
Or simpler da 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 dum. Just end on that. Yeah.
Something like that. It's a work in progress.
Or make Arthur write another tune for after it.
There we go.
Easier still.
Lovely tune.
Great tune,
a
Arthur.
lot
Thank
of
you.
tune. A lot of fun to play, and we're grateful for your share there. And you know, it's just on to the next is what it is.
Yeah.
It's on to
Yeah.
the next
It's
because we
time.
only have an hour together. We make a big deal of loving the chat and the relaxed pace in a session,
Yeah.
but doing this all in 1 hour, having it be full of tunes, full of new gems, full of very common tunes for folks to play along, and not too fast. There's not a lot of time.
Yeah, no, you gotta just keep the hits a-coming. So we're gonna play some jigs. It's time for some more jigs. We're gonna play Pull the Knife and Stick It Again. Definitely the best title of all Irish music, maybe. And we'll follow it with the Eavesdropper. Yeah? Is that the name of that, Kevin Burke and... Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's also old. It's in O'Neill's first collection, so we know it's at least as old as 1903. So we're going into... Dum da 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 do 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 da dee dee do. Gonna remember that.
Yeah.
Before da da dee 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 da. This is another one that goes below the range of the flute. No problem. We'll just play that low B up an octave. Do la dee dee dee. Not too fast. Do, do, do. 1, 2, ready. Arthur, you're having a lot of support for your tune
Yeah.
because it's lovely and because this is a wonderful community, and that is just a very nice thing that we do for each other here. Give encouragement and kind words. I love it. And so Arthur is referring to the VGS Facebook page. It's a private group, virtual guided session private Facebook group. We've had a number of people wanting to join recently, and they haven't filled out the membership questions. So we deny you if you don't fill out the membership questions, just because we want to make sure that you're not like a bot or somebody coming from outside the community. We want to keep this safe and music focused.
Right. The questions are not that difficult.
That's correct. So please, if you're not a member of the community, or if you are on that Facebook page, consider sharing a practice video, share a tune. After this session, in fact, we'll play through Arthur's tune a little bit more slowly one time around, and post it on the VGS page. And Arthur's also going to post the sheet music, so just to make it a little bit more accessible for folks. So we're going to carry on with a couple of reels with the Cameronian and O'Rourke's. Cameronian, that's an old one that I associate with like those cultist books.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Kind of weird name, actually.
Well, I mean, you don't know what that is, so it might not be a weird name at all.
I always think of Cameroon.
Yeah, that's a lovely place.
Yeah, but probably unlikely for the title of his tune. But
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know.
I did learn to play Irish music in the very beginning in a neighboring place to Cameroon.
Yeah, I don't think
in
that's
Nigeria.
where the name came from, though.
Yeah. But I mean, close to Cameroon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameroon is a
This
great country.
This is a bop. This is a good dancing tune.
So we've got into one of those nice like Donegal type sounding tunes. So dum doo dee doo da dee doo da dee doo la da 1, 2, here we go, my friends. we played that tune with our band Shukra. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I don't
a
remember
band
what the
that
set
we
was.
started with. We played it with a really cool version of that song Whiskey in the Jar. We did it sort of not as the normal.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have the claps.
We did not.
But that was a band that we started with our friend Andrew Bird and Kat Eggleston. And then we had Beth Leachman, Beth Gadbaugh singing with us, and Sam Amadon playing the fiddle. Great project if anybody saw us in the Shukra days, the sugar days. So equally sweet is this next set of slip jigs.
And look, we've got all the answer about the Cameronian. Clearly Scottish. Let's go with that.
Let's not go with that. You're being educated by our friends, which they do.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Not even going with it. We're knowing it now. We're learning it.
That wasn't very supportive, Shannon.
You're right. It wasn't. It felt like, oh, let's just go with that. I mean, I trust. I say, oh, the Cameronian Highlanders is in Scotland. Related to the Scottish clan Cameron as well. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. Sorry. Let's go with it.
Yeah,
We're going with it. We're going with it.
That's better.
And to Dominique, welcome to you. I'm glad that you're finding this invigorated, sending you lots and lots of light. And we're going to play in First 50, and often the intro to our Tune of the Month series. Red Molly. Into Redican's mother, a.k.a. Ryan's slip jig.
Okay, yeah.
Do. So that's where we're going. Are you in tune with reality?
Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Born.
We do have fixed pitch instruments, so yes? One, two, three. Played that all day with you, man.
Yeah, that was a good one. We're finally getting there. We're getting warmed up.
And just a reminder to folks, you know, you can play through tunes 5, 6, 7 times around.
Yeah, you don't have to, the tyranny of the 3 times. Don't have to
No.
succumb.
And also the tyranny of 3 tunes in a set. You notice a lot of times in the virtual guided session, we have 2 tune sets. That's because we're going a little slower. And also we want to play each tune a few times around, you know, and we only have an hour.
Yeah.
But really, 2 tune sets, each tune many times around, I think beats a 3 tune set with just a couple times through each. If you're going to do something, you might as well enjoy it, right?
Unless you need to pee. In which case,
Are you trying to tell us something?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just making conversation.
Well, we're going to end with another one of my favorite simple tunes, a waltz called Westering Home. And big thank you, folks, for joining us. Jim, welcome. Glad to have you joining us from Newcastle. Woohoo! We have a nice crowd today. So thank you for joining us. Gurmahagat, tahapaliv, shukran. Thank you, Val, for remembering that we're on a second Saturday schedule for the most part. Toda. Merci beaucoup. Trugare. Arigatou gozaimasu for helping us continue this virtual guided session community and this project and keeping the community together. Muchas gracias. Tusen tak. Gramaed. Dziękuję. Tete. Mkoi. Date. Dankeschön. Mille grazie. Kamsahamnida. Efcharisto. Chwala wam. Eskerikosko. Dhanyavad. Kidos. Natenda. Miigwech. Yudva. Spasiba. For being here with each other and for each other. Ahehe. Salamat. Tarimakashi. Dioch. Kusnem. Muito obrigada. Gam Aita. Khop kun naka. Khop chai lai de. Wonderful to have you here. We'll love you and leave you with the Westering Home and hope to see some of you back here next month, second Saturday.
Back to school edition.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
As soon as we get the stream sort of all administrative details done, we'll make a quick recording of Arthur's tune a little slower and put it on the Facebook page. Stay in touch. Take good care.